So many of us are trying to find ways to repurpose and reuse because we don't like to throw away things that are still completely usable. Stay tuned for this interview, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to Your Little Castle Show. If you happen to see our first full half hour, you learned a lot. And it literally, like, I love sharing with people stories about how it is you can just do what's best for our little planet, do what's best for our community, do what's best for our wherever you're at in this little planet. Because so many people, we come we've turned into a throwaway society.
Disposable.
Disposable, there you go, that's the right word. See, that's why I listen to the experts. A disposable society. Where literally, like, you buy something, you use it for, like, I'm going to use an example. We had to put extra air conditioners in the studio. The studio gets hot. I know they're counting on the fact that these air conditioners, once they stop working, I'm not going to try to get them fixed. They were only $400, right? I'll just go buy another one. Disposable. Throw them out there with the Freon still in them, whatever happens. Mm-hmm. Bad for everybody, not good. But in the case that we're talking here, and I was talking to Ginny. I like that. Not Jenny, it's Ginny. It's Virginia, right?
Correct.
All right. Sweet Virginia. Down, down, down.
It's a good song.
Down, down. So I can't sing this whole song, or else I'll get in trouble. But plus, I sound so much like Train. Shout out to Train, everybody. But Ginny, I were talking, and Jeremy runs the company as far as the work and the labor and the making it happen, and Ginny's behind the scenes. And we talked about, you're literally helping people. They will very easily get talked into, and not necessarily a bad thing. I understand that sometimes buy that $30,000 bathroom remodel because in the big picture for what you're trying to accomplish. But for those of us who can't afford that, or don't have the equity or whatever it may be, resurface it and it looks like new.
Correct.
It costs, in that case, 1% of the total.
Yeah. Depends on your numbers.
Well, Jenny, talk about that if you would a little bit and show me. My question number 7 right there. What is the one thing that you would argue sets you guys apart? There's very few.
This gentleman.
I guess if I had to answer it, it'd probably be I take a lot of pride in my work. And I'm not just there to put lipstick on a pig. I actually want the stuff to stay on your tub because I'm not making money if I have to keep coming back, and it's just not good business in the first place. So I just take a lot of I take pride in my work and focus on detail, and I don't skip any steps. And if there's anything that I can do better that I've learned along the way, then I'll do that too, if it makes sense.
Well, there you go, Jenny. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, he brings a craftsman's touch to our business, and between all of his years of experience, he's learned all the do's, the don'ts, the good coatings, the bad coatings, the bad techniques, the right techniques. And he's actually gone to training school for it way back in the day. And when they first started coming out with all the bells and whistles for this. So that really sets us apart because you can go buy a DIY kit, or you can have a handyman try to sell you, like those other remodelers for the 30,000 jobs, or, I'm all inclusive. I can do that. Or a painter, same thing. They're going to go to Menards. They're going to get that DIY kit that you could buy yourself and slap it on there. And it will look pretty, but it will not last. And that's the biggest thing that's why I say him, because he's learned the coatings, the techniques. We don't want you just to have a pretty tub. We're not just there to paint you a picture. Tubs are something we use every single day. We also want you to have a durable one.
Well, okay, yeah, because you're adding a lot of value there. A lot of people, we talk about that. One of my favorite sayings, if you will, just call it a saying. How about that? But literally, cheap gets very expensive.
It does, very fast.
How often are we trying to save a few bucks, and all we did, and especially in this case, because you're talking about in the kits, they tell them to sand down the porcelain, which is really sanding down glass.
Almost like
and
steel wool
you're
balls.
making this thing worse.
That would work on fiberglass or acrylic, but not on porcelains.
There you go. Now you got to know the difference between whether you got
you got a mechanical bond, then you got a chemical bond. So,
and this is what 30 years of experience brings you.
Well, the mechanical is basically something that you can't scratch up.
That's what sets us apart. It's him, his brain.
There you go. All right, let's go dive into that a little bit.
Right.
What is it that would you say? Obviously, we've talked about a number of mistakes that people can make here because everybody's trying to save money, and I'm a do-it-yourselfer if anybody ever was. Like that barn door. Can you tell I built that myself? Hey, I got a little.
Snazzy.
I get it.
A little bit, but hey, it does the job. Now, if I'm a barn door is one thing. It's not very complex. There's not water and moving parts and valves and tubes involved. But why would somebody never want to do that? What is the biggest mistake you've seen people make in this industry? Did we talk about it already? Do you want to summarize? Tell me, maybe both of you, because I know Jenny gets fired up about this too.
I think probably the biggest mistake is that they do go buy the do-it-yourself kits, and I'm not trying to discard those companies that make these chemicals, but it's just not. They don't give you enough product and information to do it correctly to where it will actually it'll uphold.
They're like
it'll
your
last.
air conditioner.
I think those kits are just to make it prettier. Just to put a shine on it, but they don't care about how long it's going to last somebody.
Yep.
And the way our chemical works is it actually flexes with the hot and cold water. When you turn on hot water on, it'll flex, give a little bit, to where the other ones once it starts pulling apart, that's it. Then you got water getting up underneath everything. So.
And that's why they pop up. But they're just
that's why
your
they fail.
air conditioners and how he so pleasantly put it. They're disposable. That's how those DIY kits are marketed too.
Okay, and you spend darn near as much time and money and then time.
Yep,
your
as
time
to just
involved.
pay us in the first place.
At
least a third of it.
Close to a third of the cost, and you're still going to have something.
Yeah, then you got to pay us to come back out and get it right for you.
Yep.
So.
Okay. Well, don't make that mistake, everybody.
No.
Is there commercial use for what you do? And how many times are you going into a commercial environment? Is that something you also will do if somebody says, hey, I've got a commercial place that has...
Yep.
I've actually done commercial places. I've done, there's a hat factory in Texas, but did all their urinals, even the partitions in between them. It took us probably about a week to do it, but that was a pretty big gig.
Yep, we do flooring commercially as well, but we also help out the commercial sites that are the rehabs and the flippers. We have several St. Louis developers that use us, and like we just got done doing a 36 unit completely vacant, but it's a commercial property for them. But they gutted every single one of their units but left the bathrooms for us to make new again.
Yep.
Because they knew they could save money.
And it's going to look brand new.
Yeah, the only thing they replace is like the sink and the toilet. They leave, keep the towel original and the tub original, and we just come in and make it shine again, make it pretty again.
Wow, so if you've got commercial people coming and say to do it this way, then it must make sense because those guys are all about the money.
Oh, they're all about the bottom line.
The bottom line. We're all about the money. Everybody's about the money. But the bottom line in that case, you're literally going to save them 70 units. How many was it you said?
36 in this particular one.
Yeah, so that's a lot of work that they've realized that they're going to save a lot of money by having this done professionally without tearing out everything and replacing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if it's good for them, why wouldn't it go even on an individual one at a time, which is where 90% of your business comes from? What percentage comes from? Okay. Well, another of the key note there, everybody, do not
Yeah, don't try this yourself, guys.
try to do it yourself. It's one of those things. And residential, if it's good for commercial, it's good for residential. All right, tell me a time when you've helped a client. I can only imagine as many years as you've been doing this. How many times has somebody's had a terrible situation, you came in, you could tell they were misled, we don't want to say lied to, but misled a little bit. Oh, well, let's do it this way, we'll try this. Jenny, you might have some of these examples.
I got a good one.
But each one of you share with me one of those if you recall.
Go ahead, I'm trying to think of, I've had a lot of situations like that, but I can't really pinpoint.
Well, I had he was a very personable gentleman too. He works for Drury Inn and Suites. He's one of their project managers. And one of his buddies told him about resurfacing and let's just, hey, try it yourself. So that's what he did. He bought himself a DIY kit after he actually called me and we discussed resurfacing. But his buddies talked him into trying it himself. Bless his heart. He called me and goes, Jen, you're right. I should not have done that. And I go, well, Mike, you got to now, yes, Jen, pay you to take it off. I do, and I will, no problem. And keep in mind, he's a project manager.
Yeah.
Right, these are people that are supposed to
he went to school for this stuff, and he was still like, nope, let's leave it to the experts.
Well said. Okay, great example, yeah.
Well, I got one, we just did it the other day. It was a big old, I believe it was fiberglass that we did that he had his friends come over and help him resurface it.
Yes.
I think a couple times. And
Not once, but twice.
What?
Yeah,
It's just twice.
so finally he gave up on.
Two times.
Yeah. So finally he gave up on that deal and called us. And after it was all said and done, I was like, it was a lot of work to get it back because it was fiberglass, so I can't really strip it down like I want to. And plus, this was like a super big jacuzzi tub.
Yeah, we both
really?
fit in it.
It's like a
You
little
can
small
fix,
boat.
You can fix hot tubs too?
Yeah.
Countertops.
Oh, this was just a big old regular bathtub, but it was so big.
It was probably two
probably all
tables
three of
here.
us could fit in it.
Okay.
It was huge.
But anyway, so we did our best, and he loved it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I ended up doing
Thought he was about gonna cry.
for odd stuff to do. His wife Father's Day was coming up, so his wife had a little hood scoop for his vehicle, for his truck
That he couldn't get right
that
either.
he couldn't get right, and so I took it home and redid it for him. So
Wow. So all those kinds of surfaces you could finish, not just
Yeah.
tubs,
Yep.
tiles.
We do medicine cabinets. That's one of we have a great little property down in the Central West End that we do their medicine
people
cabinets.
want to keep it original. They don't want to just
Yeah,
tear
they
out.
don't just want to keep adding to the, trash truck.
Because really, you think about the old stuff. The old stuff is just built damn near bulletproof. Compared to the crap these days. So
Back to that disposable culture.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, they make things disposable.
Yeah, just get it done, stick it in there, let it work for a little while, and they'll tear it out and use it and replace it.
Yep.
Wow. All right. How has technology changed the way you do this, though? I mean, and when you're talking about the different types of materials, I mean, I'm not just talking about computers and
Yeah.
clicks, and I'm talking about actual technology. It's technology that allows for the different.
it's basically a system. One that's changed throughout the years is we do like the countertops, but we make it like a granite effect, where it looks like granite. And way back when I first started doing it, there wasn't none of these chemicals where it all come out at the same time. The colors just come out in different colored dots, and just land and look like it. We actually tear down the gun, clean the gun out in between every color, and shoot every color individually. So that's one thing that's made that's started a new trend and making it easier for us to do the countertops.
So you can make it appear as though it wasn't granite before. That wasn't.
Yeah,
the
it could
finish,
be-
and
it could be-
now
It
you
could be
make it
like
look like
Butcher
It could be
block,
like this.
anything else. It could be this right here.
Okay.
And we
But-
can make it look like any color granite.
As
Or
far as
quartz.
It looks just like granite.
Or
pretty
quartz, yeah.
close.
Pretty close. Wow. Okay. So this is technology advances from things just the way that it was applied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Different
that's
type
what I
of-
was
and you
that's what I was talking
it's
about.
It's a type of a gun that shoots.
Yeah, high volume, low
the-
pressure is what I choose to use.
I'm sorry. Use what?
High volume, low pressure.
High volume, low pressure.
Yeah,
All right.
and what that is
So
it
it has
gives
to do with the pressure amount that.
well, because when you're inside somebody's house or bathroom, whatnot, it's a small area, so you don't want to have a big old spray rig just shooting 40 psi's all around. That causes a lot of overspray and dust and whatnot. To where mine shoots about 9 pounds at tops psi.
Okay. Yeah.
This keeps it low pressure, but it's a high volume though.
It's a garden hose is what? And then up from a garden hose.
Ah,
That's basically a high volume, low pressure spray rig is a vacuum in reverse with a garden hose on it
Okay. A vacuum. Not too much, but.
Yeah.
Go. Jenny's
in reverse.
But I think the technology is definitely in the chemicals because they're always changing as well, the chemistry of them.
Okay.
They're getting better and better in regards to making things more durable. Because in our disposable society, the only way we're staying around is, kind of doing that in reverse. But in order to keep up with people just trashing stuff, our product has to be quality. So those have definitely changed, but it's also changed our marketing game. Usually we're printing out business cards and handing them to every which person. I can't remember the last time we ordered business cards.
I have people periodically ask me for a business card, and I'll be like, "What's your cell phone number? I'll send you a text."
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
mine too.
Go to my
That's
website,
my
you know,
response.
so I've got a QR code and all that fun stuff. But
I
let's
don't
just,
think we
we're
got
really
any business
humans
cards
and we
left.
trust each other here. Let's just start the communication right now. Tip everybody. Get the cell phone, send them a text. If you're crazy, then they'll figure it out real fast and they'll block you. If you're not crazy, which 99% of us aren't, there's that 1%, trust me. We've all dealt with them, right? You have to just do what you say. I have people that are like, "Why didn't you text me after we texted?" I'm like, "Because I'm busy. You're supposed to text me." we've all us busy us. If you want to get something done, hire a small business owner because they're the busiest people out there. But busy people get things done. Is that true?
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, let's take a quick break here, everybody. We're about 14 minutes and 43 seconds in right now. But another little community piece we're going to share with everybody here as we're doing more fun stuff out. I did a tour of Busch Stadium and the places I go after the game, and so I want you to take a little look at some of that video we've got there. I fast forwarded a little further part of the discussion here, so check it out.
They own this parking lot diagonal from them, and just a great place to be if you want to get to the game quick and easy. It's not very expensive either. So we are excited. I'm looking for a couple of my other buddies are still here. They all get to check in after the game. There they are. A couple of my buddies right here. We're gonna say hi to them right now. All right, everybody. I got Derek and Chris. I see these guys just about every game down here at Busch Stadium. A lot of fun you get to run into a lot of cool Cardinal fans down here. What do you guys like most about helping this Cardinal thing happen?
Oh man, just the different type of people that you meet every day.
And let me give you, before I even go too far, let me give you your mic. There we go. All right. You go ahead and start there.
All right, no, it's just the different type of people that you meet every day, man. You know, it's just, you know, it's like a pleasure to just meet different types of people. You know, the game is fun, and you know, just to see the Cardinals win every day.
Yeah.
You got it. All right. So Chris, we switch the mic up. You can just hold it like that if you want to. There you go. There you go. Hold it up right there. The mic part's right there. There we go. Chris, what do you like about this, man? Lots of fun people.
Lots of
Get to
fun.
hang out at patios.
Yeah, lots of fun. People come down, kick it, have fun, get you a couple drinks.
Nice hot summer day.
Yeah.
Stay in shape. We're all gonna lose about 5 pounds in water weight today.
Yeah, almost there.
Drink a lot of water.
All right, guys, enjoy that. Hope you enjoy that beef jerky. If you need some water, I might have some of that too, guys. All right, we'll see you guys after the game. Giddy up. All right, we just started our walk from where we're parked over here, and we're gonna head up to Busch Stadium. We got Tracy's shoes. She brought some new shoes. Getting a little blistering going on, so we ran back to get her some shoes. We'll meet her back up at Ballpark Village. I want to show you the path we go down now. Here it is to get to the game. So we literally walk from right there. Very safe and secure. You see all the police officers also parked there too. And right across the street, we would run over to patios for the game. After the game, we come from there. But we walk across. Hey everybody, Cardinal Cowboy here. I want to invite all of you to be part of my new team. No, you don't have to put on a baseball uniform and be a super fan. Now, it would be a good idea to cheer for the Cardinals, the greatest team in the history of the National League. But I'm talking about the Gold Cowboy team. You know, I love to help people follow their dreams and reach their goals in business and in life. So that's one of the reasons why I'm telling you about my friends at My Metal Pro. They help people like you and I acquire gold and silver with a membership that lets you safely buy, sell, and store gold and silver. They make it real easy to get started. My Metal Pro isn't like the big guys you see on network TV or the big coin shops that take a huge commission. So become part of my Gold Cowboy team. Scan the QR code or go to goldcowboy.com and check it out. Giddy up!
His name is Carter Rathwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rathwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up.
Well, there we go. So we share a little bit about what we're doing in the community. Like I said, I've got many of the people who work in video production, commercial development, video editing, all that stuff, and they said, "Boy, you've got to start sharing why you do this with people, because so often they just don't understand what's going on. It's some TV show. What are you really doing?" But we wanted to give a leg up, if you will, to the small businesses who don't understand how to get on TV and what that takes and what can be done, because the big guys get it. I work for them. I know what they did, and they knocked it out. And when I finally got that opportunity from ABC, when they approached me and said, "Hey, would you like to have a show?" I'm like, "How's that work?" So here we go, and now we're taking it to the streets, if you will. And thank you guys for joining us to talk about
Thanks
it
for
today.
having us.
We talked a little bit about how it is you've helped a few people that were literally in tough situations. How often does that happen? And we talked a little bit about technology.
A lot.
But let's talk about the process here. Literally, there is a process you have very well established. But what's the process for somebody who says, "I want to use your service"? Is it simple as making a phone call, filling out the form, sending a text? Tell us how somebody gets started with you.
It's simple as making a phone call or sending a text.
Send some pictures.
Yep, I'll respond back to you. Introduce myself, introduce a little bit about our company, and then if you're ask you, straight up, are you unfamiliar with resurfacing, or how have you heard it? What do you know about resurfacing? And then I'll educate you on how we're different and the actual process of resurfacing. I'll give you a list of pictures to send me. Send them on over. I'll send you some numbers, and then we talk scheduling.
So
Simple as that. It's very straightforward.
You can literally have somebody. You can bid a job with pictures that are taken.
Yep.
Without having to go on site.
Unlike, because we don't have the ins and outs. We don't have to look to see if your plumbing's up to code. We don't have to gut out anything. We're literally looking at the visible surfaces. They're pretty straightforward. I can count square feet from pictures, believe it or not. I've learned what each tile size is.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I can give you a pretty good bid just based off of your photos.
Wow. Okay. Well, then I can only imagine that, like, with that kind of expertise and making it that simple for people.
Oh, it's super simple.
This could be something that certain people try this first.
Yep.
If they still feel like they need a whole new bathroom remodel.
The only thing that
bottom line is they already had the hard work, some of the hard work done by you guys.
Absolutely.
The only thing that might change as far as the price is if we get there and there's like a repair that was overlooked or wasn't in the picture, because the repairs is extra for that, so it takes a lot of extra time.
Very true point. But I always tell my customers, usually never expect anything over $100 difference, and that too is nominal compared to a completely gut remodel job.
Okay, well that's what we're talking
I
about.
always get laughed at when I'm like, oh, it's maybe $100. It might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit. They're like, Jen, it's $100. It's okay.
Well, you've got a great little website here I want to share with everybody, because you've got a lot of good information out there. And a friend of yours that helped you to get this thing on, some important information you've got out there for people to understand. But check out the website, everybody. One Shot Resurfacing. And we've got a nice little, I like to help any way that I can. So I tell people, I'm like, hey, I've got some things that can definitely help you. So maybe we'll talk about ways you can, I'll throw some stuff to you that doesn't really literally cost anything. Especially if you're willing to do the work yourself. I'll tell you where to go, how to do it, and how you can get it done without having to spend any money at all. Just take a little bit of your time. But up there's some of those pictures we wanted to show everybody. I'm going to put that up on the wall. And my buttons are backwards, but that's all right. Sometimes the computers mess up. So my 9-foot wall, which is my 11-foot wall, I've got, you can see here, tubs, sinks, and countertops, backsplashes, tiles, and more, and then stone-like finishes. Talk about each one of those, if you guys would, for me, and how that applies to what you guys are doing here. I guess it goes back to, this is what the surfaces people have.
Yeah.
Can they change the surface because they have originally had
Yeah.
something finished one way and you can finish it another way?
Yep. So that goes back to what Jeremy was saying before. Sometimes it can be a little bit more difficult if you've had it resurfaced before. You can even have it resurfaced before by a quality individual. We still have to strip it down to the original surface. And that goes to doing resurfacing the process. You're bonding a new coating that's designed for this directly to the original. If you have something in between there that's failing, you're actually bonding it to that failing coating. It's like putting a good Band-Aid on a bad Band-Aid. It too is going to fall off eventually.
Okay.
So yes, we can rehab whatever surfaces. We can do backsplashes, tile, stone, whatever. But we can make them look whatever you choose. We can even make them, lime
Any
green
color
if
you
you
want.
like.
We've
They
done
color.
we've done
So you
green
can change the
tubs.
color. If it's green, you can make it blue. If it's
Yep.
Yep.
yellow, you can make it
We
white.
match Bear, PPG, Sherwin-Williams, and Benjamin Moore.
And our standard white is basically like a Kohler white or American Standard white, which matches the toilets and sinks. It's probably 90% out there right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got white bathtub, or I'm sorry, white toilets. That was the only part I got white. I had that faux marble finish we talked about. Can you take somebody and create, if they just had a straight solid color and turn it into the faux marble finish then too?
No, we don't do the marble looks, but we do offer the stone looks and the granite and the
Granite,
quartz.
The granite looks, yeah.
Granite marble, it's all
Yeah.
high-end stuff.
Usually the faux marble already is kind of a marble look.
Okay,
The swirls in it.
nice. All right. Tell me then, what's one big objection people have when they consider your service? So like, what are the questions people go, okay, I'm really interested. I think I want to do this, but what's the but question that they always?
I think the biggest butt question is fumes. What's it gonna smell like? And as I tell everybody, smell is so individualized.
Yeah.
I can't be in your body. I'm not going to tell you how you're going to react to it because I've seen a full-on asthmatic getting out of the hospital from bronchitis stand in the doorway after Jeremy got done spraying. She was just oohing and on and breathing just fine. I've also had completely normal people. That's me.
Yeah, that's all right. Let it go, or you can grab it. I'll go back to the wide shutter. But literally, like, so it doesn't. It is a matter of. You can go ahead. I got the camera on me now. But people do have. I didn't realize, but odor is something that and then people are worried about how it may affect
Yeah.
the odor. What's coming? Does it come because of the pipes that are coming out, or is it the
No,
materials that they
so
use?
it's just
the mixture of the chemicals you guys are using.
Yeah, so it's just that because it is a coating. So just like any paint, coating, stain, lacquer, all of that does have an odor to it. And everybody knows that. That's why pregnant ladies can't be around painting and things like that. But I do have to say, my husband does an amazing job at setting up an
Yeah,
evac
we do an
system.
evac system.
And it gives direction to those fumes. Also, we use all green products.
It's
So all that
also
nasty
cyanide
stuff
free.
is already taken out. So it may not smell pretty, but it's not doing any real big
So
harm and
sensitive to
damage.
the environment too. You guys have
Yeah.
already taken that.
Yeah, we try to make the bathroom into like a mini spray booth. Evac it out the window with a tube. So
Okay.
and then it works. It works. If I didn't use it, you would definitely probably complain.
Well, we got about 45 seconds here to talk about how do you and your company contribute to the community? What would you say? How's that apply?
I think just our biggest thing is our turnover. Right now we have such a housing shortage. We have a ton of people, not enough spaces. And these flippers and remodelers are trying to put up spaces as quickly as they can or turn over units as quick as they can. We're a 24-hour process. A bathroom gut job, it's not 24 hours.
Days.
So
If you really want to get
we
a house
definitely
flipped
give,
quickly,
yeah,
this
we
is
give,
a great alternative, and it's
yeah.
going to look as good or not better.
and people are proud of their spaces. They feel clean because trust me, you are getting in a bathtub to be clean. You want to actually be like, oh, I might get clean in this surface. So they feel clean. They're proud of having it, and we're just a lot faster at doing it.
Yeah, if somebody ain't happy, then I'm not happy.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Another half hour, great information. Thanks.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more, everybody. Your little castle show. Giddy up.